Okay, so you're welcome back to my channel. This is Zaxis Graphics. In this video we'll be recreating this particular flyer, so let's just get this over with. Now this is the image size is 3700 by 6 by 3000, but however I'll use 4588 6000. Okay, I'll use this instead of the other, or I can still just multiply it by 3. Originally it was 2744 times 3. Times 9. Okay, so this is, you can still use the other resolution, but this is just my choice anyway. So I'll just click on, plus I'll bring this into my canvas. Let me just put off my internet connection. I don't want. Okay, so I'll be bringing this guy in. Oh, I guess I clicked on something different. So this is the image. Then I'll just come to relative size and then just lock this here. So the next thing I'll come to click on plus shape, come to gradient, bring in plus. Okay, this guy, click on this one, drag this one here. Then you can just maybe not, so you can just bring this here. Okay, so okay, the next thing I'll be changing the color to magenta purple. No, magenta anyway. Yes, they are quite different. So if I don't get the exact shade of purple I made use of, I guess let me just look at the original design and see if I guess I didn't end up going for purple. Yeah, I didn't end up going for purple. However, I still made use of purple anyway, and I really guess I didn't notice. However, so you can, it's always good when you edit, you set it by this area there. Okay, so we'll leave this here. So the next thing is I'll bring the image of my pastor. Now please subscribe to my channel if you just joined me for the first time. Please do subscribe. Now this is Apostle Joshua Selman. Yesterday was the 25th of December of July rather. Apostle was +1. Okay, so this is, now remember this other guy. No, I'm yet to lock it, but however, so I'll click on this, steal this color from shirt. Okay, so I'll click on draw. Now the idea of me doing this, now I just increase the blur, increase the radius, and just tap on the screen. Okay, let's go back to draw, increase the blur, increase, just tap on the screen. That's all you need, just one tap. So that's how I just got to this one here. So the idea is just to, I don't want that. Okay, so I don't want maybe by mistake it's just showing, so I don't want anything like that. Okay, so alright, so let me just Okay, so we are good. Now I'm gonna show you how I did this image. Probably it's not something difficult anyway. It's just all you just need to just get like 3 images together. However, okay, let me just, so I couldn't get that exact image. However, I just want to show you how I did to that background. It's just a combination of increase this blur, combination of some of these images. Just make sure those edges are rough and not smooth as this particular side, this part area. So then this other guy here, okay, so okay, all right. This is just practically what I did here. It's not a big deal, something you can just do yourself. So this is how I just blended the images together and just merged it. Okay, so after you've done merging, you can see they are slightly different. It's quite obvious. So I just came a bit to my saturation. Let's just ignore that one. Then I just desaturated it. Now when you desaturate it, now they are kind of a bit blending with each other, right? So but however, I just played with the saturation of, I didn't desaturate it completely, so that's the essence of the image. So this background is not, you can see it's not something difficult. Then just forget about the ring. I'll show you how I did the ring. This circle is not very difficult. Let's just get this over with. And so the next thing is the image of Selman. I'll bring it to the front. Please subscribe to my channel if you join me for the first time. Now, so for this particular design, I made use of 2 applications. So let's just reduce Selman size. Okay. So the next thing is I brought in a shape. I made it and I did the opacity. Okay, let's see 20. I think 20 is not too bad. Let's just get this over with and just put it to the back, and I'll just lock this. Then okay, alright, so this is what we have. So click on here, we'll come to just bring in a text. Okay, so the font I made use of was square, so line spacing, just make it 10. Now very important, alignment should be center. Okay, so opacity, alright, so we just send this one to this behind. I don't want this thing to be too obvious. That's actually, I made it 5. So duplicate, okay. Okay, so it should be there. Now you can see, you can actually barely see it, right? So that's the essence. So I'll just duplicate this, one of it, then increase the opacity. Then I'll just position it somewhere around the head. So I'll just send this one behind Apostle. I'll just position this one here. Okay, so the next thing we'll be doing is, let's just bring in the text happy birthday, and okay, also let it be at the center. So the typeface is Nexa bold. I guess this is probably one of the first time you're seeing me doing a design without making use of Montserrat, so just leave it like that. No worry. I should have gone straight for the color. So this, I'll be using this color. So this is the color code FFEB3B. So you have this guy, don't worry, just let it position, we'll bring it, and we'll just increase the size. Okay, okay, duplicate this. Okay, so the next thing is just get rid of the entire line spacing. Okay, so we'll just put this there, PST Apostle Joshua 7, just like add kind of beauty to it. Alright, so I think I stole it from, so just push this one here. So the next one is just lock all these guys whenever you're not using them. Copy, edit it. June 25. Now remember we left it at center alignment. So this way, let me use black, Nexa black. Now the essence of using black is because it's kind of bold, big and bold. Big and bold. Okay, now you just have to use your eyes to gauge if this thing is at the center. Okay, now this may not be of any use, but since this thing is kind of dark, so assuming the is not really dark, well, however, I think it's actually reflecting, because I think when I originally did this design, I was not even really seeing it. Okay, I'm thinking of getting rid of. Let's just look at this. No, let's just get over with it. So the next thing is a short quote. Founder, Eternity Network International. ENI Polynomial. Just make, you can just, okay, let's put in sentence keys. It's your choice, you can choose to put it in, but this time will be, now since you are positioning there, should be center alignment, centered aligned. Okay, so if you actually want to put it there, when I did my own design, I didn't put it there. So my font size, the founder, I made it of regular, I made it very, very tiny. Eternity Network International. Founder, then the color. Okay. Okay, I'm kind of having a twist here, because in my own original design I used, however, it still work anyway. The main reason is just to show emphasis. So we'll bring in this kind of closer to opposed to. Okay, so let's leave this here. Founder, Eternity. Now this is going to disrupt some of our, I know, that column. Okay, so founder, Eternity Network International, ENI Koinonia. So I'll just copy this. Thanks. So however, I'll just use one, just one. Don't want to. You can still make use of it as like this anyway, it's your choice. So remember this other guy, this guy here. So I'll copy this, position this one somewhere around. So let me just pick one color from here. I guess we're pretty good. We're done, right? Okay, I added something the entirely necessary anyway, but just like to add a bit of drama to so we just added or send it to the back behind this guy. I guess you've seen the reflection there, right? It should be behind Apostle's picture. You don't want it to be reflecting. You don't really want it to be reflecting. I didn't actually add this one when I originally created my own design on that particular one. So we are done. So let's just save to gallery. Now I'm going to show you something I did entirely. So for this particular design, I'll be taking it to Pixellab. So the reason it's taking time, it's because of so it's done saving. So let's just go straight to Pixellab. That's where most of the drama was done. Okay. Wow. So I'm now in Pixellab. I actually wanted to do something else before, though this still the same design, achieve the same result, but it's gonna take time. So I won't be doing that one. So the next thing I'll be doing is I'll be bringing in some images. We're like spicing this thing up a bit. So I'll just come to download. Okay, now to add a bouquet effect. Like I have this bouquet somewhere. Okay, so this is it. So I'll just add this here. Okay, so I'll come to adjust, increase the contrast, increase the brightness, then maybe not. Let's see the saturation. Okay, I'll click on this, then come to blend mode, set it to screen, so I can come to opacity. So that's the bouquet I added. That's why it is like that. This you can see it just add a bit of like glow into the design. So I'll be adding another image, and there is one of these particular elements. I made this all recently. Let's see, it shouldn't be this far. Okay, this one. So I want to reduce the hardness. Click back on this. For the space, this thing is always craving for. Pixar takes a lot of space. I prefer it, and due some of these limitations that it has, these layers and limitations, I always prefer Pixar to Pixellab because it's operates just like Photoshop. So, and once you've used Photoshop before, really you see one of the complications I'm having with it. So you just need to be careful with. That's why most times I just prefer maybe when I'm done with one. So this particular one, the blend mode, will just come here and change the blend mode to. Oh, is that okay? No, it's too much. Let's use overlay and come back to eraser. With the opacity, just zoom in, and the name, just make sure our names are visible. Oh, okay. Okay, so let me just restore some of this angle. Okay. Okay, so okay, let's see the original design. Let's see if there's any other thing I'm yet to do. Wow, like I don't have space again on my phone. Okay, so we have okay, so this okay, the same thing. I just increase. No, I didn't tamper with this. Let's just tamper with that one. Okay, so set the no, let's okay, don't worry, let's just tamper with this one for now and set the blend mode to screen. Oh, you can see I forgot I hadn't I should have clicked the check mark before I okay, so just make sure you just click on those elements. If they are moving, you just move them down. So I'll just move it down. Okay, click back on this place. Then this is just what I want to work on. Come to opacity and position it around this 50. I don't want it to draw too much attention. Okay, so not draw too much attention. Still, so I will come here, duplicate it. Okay, increase the opacity. position it here. Now this time I'll go to adjust, come to U and reduce the U. So I think it's a blower, yeah. Okay, so okay. Now the reason I was just trying to, no, don't worry, let's just go, let's just make use of it like that, is because I tampered with the opacity, then the brightness, then was it the brightness? Yeah, I tampered with it. Then let's leave this at 60. So this other side, now the reason is I don't want this to be too much, so okay, so I guess I'm good. Okay, very good. So is this blue one? I'll come click my razor, come to my razor, reduce the hardness, then just right. So just, I don't want it now. Just let's be real, please. You know what we were doing is design, so we don't want to tamper with all this. Okay, so we're pretty done. So I'll just click on this check mark. Now we can't go back to anything. We can't edit it again. We can't, not enough storage. Wow, I just hope it saved. Okay, yeah, it did. It did. So let's just click back. Now my phone storage is full. So you just click on this angle. It is saved already. But we can still just try and add a bit of enhancing here. Let's come to effects, come to HDR. Okay, so we're just gonna pop it up a bit. So I'll come to soft light, then I'll reduce the sharpness. Now however, if you like this, you can just gladly still come back and just export it this way by clicking on this one. But however, I think I like the way Snapseed gives me the result. So I'm just going to click on plus, then so this is what we know. No, before we actually did this one. No, this was the one we did before. Save to your phone. Okay, let's see. Yeah, so this was the one we talking about. Let's see. Now I have to just delete this one. I don't want it to be in my project because it's taking space. So I'll just come to details. I'll increase the structure. Now you want to sharpen it, but not too much. Oh, this one is not going to operate like. You want to sharpen it, but not too much. If not, it's going to add a bit of noise around the image when you use too much sharpness. So we'll increase the ambience. Okay, so let me come to the want. Let me add a bit of blue like this, something like this. Then the contrast, okay, so I will just click on my check mark. Okay, so the next thing I'll come to EDR skip. Oh, leave it by people. You can just reduce the filter a bit. Okay, so it has added a bit of, so I'll come to toner contrast. love to just leave it like this. So this is before, this is after. You can export the image this way. Okay, so just wait for it to load. Okay, so you click on this area. Just wait for it to load. My car is loading. Okay, so this is the one we just did from. So wait for it to be uploaded. But I don't know how to, okay, I don't know how to just wait for to upload that one, since I already have one that already uploaded beforehand. So that one successfully, look at it, since I already have one that already uploaded beforehand. So that one successfully, look at it, that been uploaded. However, so the next thing is I can come to light. Let me just come to light, just bring out, so I'll increase the contrast. Okay, however, those dark spots, let me increase them a bit. Okay, so we get the then a bit exposed. No, don't let me use this guy for you, please. Don't let me use this guy here. I'm just trying to reset it. Okay, so don't mind me. I'm not using Lightroom. Okay, so I'll come to light. The previous settings 21 and the shadows. So the next thing I'll just come to is not color. Okay, so let me just add a bit of vibrance to this. I don't want to tamper with the saturation. I don't want to tamper with the saturation. Tamper with the saturation. Then I'll increase the texture, also the clarity. I'll add it, please. Then I also take my vignettes here. I'm going to darken most of those edges. Okay, so however, you can just choose to save. Like for example, let me just cancel this thing back, and you just click on this share button and save to device. But however, I kind of like, you can export as a JPEG or a PNG or original as it is. However, but I'll come here and take one of their presets. There's this preset I used this afternoon that I liked, this dark one, recommended. Okay, so I kind of like it's not this is not good. This is not good. You can just come here and play around their preset anyway. If you can't get something nice, you're not that creative to get something nice, you can just come here and use one of their. But however, I'll just go back to I think I'll stick to the one I used before in Snapseed, or you can just save this one. come here and save to device. Now you can create this design using Pixellab. Alright, so we'll see in the next video. Design using Pixellab. Alright, so we'll see in the next video.